Hey cuties, welcome or welcome back to Cutie Nails. We are jumping right into today's video of creating nail stickers with our Cricut. Let's get started, y'all. So the first thing you want to do is go to the internet and find you a high resolution image of what you're trying to create. So you just pretty much type it into your search bar, and then you just pick the picture that, speaks to you. You find whatever you think is cute, and then you go ahead and screenshot it, save it to your photos. And once you have that, then you can, crop the image down to exactly what you need, because the next thing we're going to do is erase the background of the picture. So y'all, let's get this already cropped down so that way I don't have a lot of erasing to do. Now in my background eraser, I just go ahead and pick that same picture, and then I start removing all of that pink background that you see back there. Then I kind of like shrink it in and out just to make sure there aren't any lines that I'm missing. And then I will go ahead and fine tune the outer edges of it right here. Like I'm just kind of going through 3, 4, 5, just trying to see which one looks good. And then I will save that picture, which will save to my photos in my library. So now I'm going to go into my Cricut and I am going to upload that image that I created. Excuse me. It asks for you to remove the background again. You don't have to, but I do just to be sure. Then it shows you the cut image and the print and cut image. I'm going to take my time and save each with a name so that way I can reference it later. So you're going to have to save it with a name again after you're done, but this is where we're going to go ahead and edit the size of it to bring it down so it fits on a nail. So ensure that you click on the image. You're going to click edit. You're going to unlock the size and the width and height menu, and you're going to start typing in these numbers that you see me typing in here to get the right size that you're looking for the nail. So I'm doing this on my phone, y'all, but you have way more options when you do it on your computer. If you have the Cricut app downloaded on your computer, once you've gotten the size that you want, be sure to lock that size menu again. I'm just going to go ahead and just zoom in to that image, and I'm just going to duplicate it a couple times. Like I said, you have more options, availability to more options when you do it on your computer, because you can align it properly and do everything. I'm just doing the best I can since that option is not available on my phone, trying to get it as straight as I possibly can, but I wouldn't have to do all of this if I did it on my laptop. But if you guys refer to my first video of making stickers, I did that on my laptop, so I'll make sure it's in the description box so that way you can kind of reference that video if you're going to be using your laptop, how to align everything. So now I just went ahead and grouped them all together, and I'm just going to duplicate this a couple times. I'm going to highlight all of them again and group all of that together so it's one image by itself. And once this is done, I'm going to go ahead and save it, give it a nice little name, and then we're going to do the same thing for the print then cut image. Now with the print then cut image, you're going to need the sticker paper, or you can use water decal paper in order to print the image from your printer. You have to set up the printer to the Cricut. Once you click on print then cut, you will go through the steps to set up the printer, but you could go ahead and just print them out on that sticker paper or the water decal paper, and then transfer that to your Cricut mat and go ahead and the Cricut will cut out that image. So you'll have the full face like you see here, and it'll just cut out the outline of the image for you. I won't be showing that today in the video, but NAILEDby Jessica, I'll put her link in the description as well to her YouTube channel for the specific video where she did do print and cut images, so you guys can kind of see what it looks like. I have one sticker sheet left and my ink, y'all. I don't want to waste my ink, but yeah, you're pretty much gonna do the same thing. Unlock the width and height size bar, change the size to what I'm showing you here. You can go smaller if you want to, but just wait till the end of the video to see the size on a nail for you to determine if you want to go a little bit smaller. But you're gonna have to test it out to make sure, because it is trial and error. This is trial and error. But once you save these images, they're set, and you can go back to these images, add additional images to it to make sure that you're getting the right size and everything like that. But you know, if you know, you got a Cricut, you've messed with it, you'll know how to do this. If not, just record this size or refer back to it when you're getting ready to do other images as well. But we'll talk more about that later, how you can still add other images to the same one that you saved. But if you don't want to print it, I'll talk to you about that later. So we're going to go ahead and line all of these up and group them all together again, so that way we can save it and we have our print and cut image once that's done. All right, now that we have our images set, we're gonna go into our stuff, go into our projects, and there they are, they're saved. So now the next thing we're gonna do is go out of Cricut. We're gonna come back in because I want y'all to see that it is saved and you're good. And now you can go ahead and start making your images. Back into my stuff, back into projects. We see our images are there. We're gonna then click on the one that we want. I like to hit customize, or you can just hit make it. I just like to double check and make sure, but we'll talk about that again. Now you can go ahead and make it. It's gonna go through the options to prepare you to set up your vinyl and all of that, but we're gonna tap on this again, cuties. Trust me, we'll tap on it again. I know it's going kind of fast, but you'll connect and then you can get to printing. So we're gonna go over it one more time so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. So at this point, that's when I go ahead and I open up my Cricut. And I mean, this is all self-explanatory. You turn it on and everything. And I know y'all already know how to do all that. Then I'm gonna just pick out the color vinyl that I want. Let that cycle through, make its noise. What color y'all want? Let's do this one. I've used it before, but I think I want to use this one right here. But this is the vinyl that I get. I mean, I really don't care which vinyl I get. I just pick up what I think is cute and I use it because I likely encapsulate, you know, everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply the vinyl to my little sticky sheet thing that you're supposed to put it on, and then I'm gonna get back to screen recording so you guys can see how you know, it works inside of the system now that the Cricut is on, and then we'll jump back to it actually, you know, cutting out the pattern. All right, so we're back in here again. I'm doing it all over again because, you know, now the system is on. We'll do that later. I'm not worried about that right now. So I'm in here. I'm gonna go to my stuff, my projects, and I'm only gonna do the cut today. I'm not gonna do the print then cut. I do have sticker paper in order to do that, but it's just never been something that I've wanted to try. And right now I ain't got the time to try it. I'm gonna go ahead and just do the cut stickers. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just hit customize. You could just straight hit make it, but I'm just gonna hit customize right quick just to double check my sizes. So you got to click on it to actually see the size. So just to double check the sizes and for you guys to get to see the height and width and all of that again. This is how small I wanted it. So I'm talking over myself a little bit here, cuties, but the size looks different because I didn't zoom into the image like I did when I was first showing you guys, but it is the same size as what it was when we first started it. And of course, you know, you'll see this right here. You got to make sure all of your settings is where you want it. We're not doing an iron on like you would do a t-shirt. So we're just going to go ahead. The operation is going to be cut. I have to obviously put the vinyl on the mat, and my mat is a 12 by 12, so that's what it says there for the material size. Then I'm gonna hit next. Now this gives you another opportunity just to kind of look at what you have on your mat, where it's gonna be placed, so you know where to put your vinyl. If you wanted to, if I had a bunch of stuff on here, I could just click on whatever image, like I just clicked that there. I can hit the 3 little dots and I can either move it or hide it so it does not print. But I only have this object, so I'm gonna be printing that. Then I'm gonna go ahead and hit next. It's gonna connect to my Cricut, and then we're gonna jump back to real time so that way you guys can see it cutting out. And excuse the noise because y'all know Cricuts get noisy, but this is pretty much how I make my stickers. So let me pause here real quick, load my vinyl sheet on, and I'll let y'all see. So my vinyl sheet is loaded, right? And you guys can see the load button blinking and making its little whoop 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 noise. So I know that my image is going to be cut out right here. So I'm going to just press that all the way up towards the rolly lines. This is not a tutorial on how to use a Cricut, y'all, but I just need to go through the steps. All right, so I'm going to load it. It'll cycle through again. It's going to make noise, so please excuse that. Then your little Cricut cut sign is going to start blinking. I'm going to go ahead and press that. And you got to make sure you're on the right setting. So I'm just using regular vinyl. So it's on the vinyl setting. You see my little dot here is lined up with that. And now it's cutting. I'm gonna let y'all, enjoy the little cutting process because it's not gonna take super long. And then we'll jump over to my nail table and we will weed out all of the excess so you guys can see our cute little Minnie Mouse stickers that we created today for nails. And I know you can't see it because it's so super small, but once we get to weeding, everything out, you guys will see that it's gonna fit on the nails perfectly. All right, it's done. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and unload it. And I'll turn my Cricut off and I'll meet y'all at the nail table. Y'all, we are back. Let's get into cutting this out. Let me get my little tools and stuff out of here. And we're gonna weed it out so we can see our little stickers. I pretty much pre-flighted, y'all, I keep using these military terms on here. I pre-made a nail tip to show you guys. Y'all know I love me some marble. I just went ahead and did a little fancy schmancy little marble, design on there. On my little bear that I have here, my cute little purple bear. And I got 2 more bears, y'all. It's gonna be in that giveaway. I can't wait to go ahead and announce that giveaway, y'all. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it out. I can see it. If you guys can't see, don't worry. Y'all will see in a minute. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut out where my stickers are so that way I can start weeding this out. Hopefully this color goes nicely. I feel like I can see the colors in it, but once I add a couple stickers, we're gonna go ahead and top coat it and go ahead and do the reveal. So now that I've got the stickers by themselves, I'm gonna take this off. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and take my time and can y'all see just a little bit? I know the glare from the light is kind of crazy, but I'm just gonna weed off the bigger portion to pretty much get my stickers by themselves. And y'all, if y'all have an airbrush, I would recommend keeping the bigger portion that you weeded out, if it comes out nice and clean, as a stencil, so you can do some airbrush. Okay, one of my stickers wanna raise up. Come on now. Oh, you little bugger. Okay, hold on. Sometimes it's like that. That's the thing I noticed about the Cricut. I don't really use it a lot. But when you have multiple rows of something to cut, it doesn't always cut properly. Maybe I need a new blade. I need to change it out because I got it last year. I don't use it often, you guys, so I really don't feel like I should have to get a new blade, but I've been noticing that here lately whenever I do make something, because hubby had me make this intricate sticker thingy for his golf cart at work, and he still ain't used it yet, y'all. It's all good though. I love my boo. He ain't got to use it. But I made it for him. And I do believe he will use it soon enough. Okay. So I've carefully weeded that out, and now you see you have your little Minnie Mouse head stickers, which will fit perfectly on the nail. That size is perfect. You can go smaller if you want, totally up to you. So I'm just gonna go ahead and place this on the back, because essentially what you could do is just, y'all, my OCD, I'm trying my best to line this thing up so that way nothing is off of the paper. Little by little, a little bit of it's gonna hang off, but not a lot. So now you have a stencil for airbrushing, and you have your little stickers. So let's go ahead and put this back up, and we're gonna go ahead and I'm not gonna use this. I'm gonna go ahead, get some shiny top coat to pretty much encapsulate this in, get the nail lamp set up, and apply a couple stickers to this nail. All right, so I've got my Lesage Gel Nail Shiny No Wipe Top Coat. I'm gonna go ahead and use this tool right here to get my sticker. Just gonna bend one side, peel it up, grab my nail, and I'm just gonna place it right here on the nail. All right, let's do another one. I might do 3. I don't know, we'll see. Kind of just slant them like that. And it's laying down pretty good. This vinyl is not as thick as the ones I use to make like decals for my girlies' water bottles and things like that. And the stickers that I made for hubby's golf cart. It's much thinner, which works nicely to me. And if you guys want to see which vinyl that was, just go back to when I showed you the container, so that way you guys can, you know, get the same one, because it's nice and thin and you guys can see it lays nice and flat. I like that. Very pretty little Minnie Mouse stickers. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and pretty much encapsulate it. I like to do a thin coat at first to kind of get it on the nail, and then I go in a little bit heavier to really make sure like all ends of the sticker is encapsulated and nothing's gonna be raising up. So I'm just pretty much brushing it in there, getting it in there really nice. I'm gonna cure this layer, and then I'm gonna come back and do the second layer to make sure that my stickers are encapsulated all the way. You can use it as a top layer if you want, but in the past I've only ever used it as a item that I encapsulated into the nail, like it was, what you call it, like, you know, glitter, like you'll encapsulate glitter and stuff like that. That's how I've only ever used it before. But see, now that I've used up these 3 stickers, I have these 3 little spaces right here where I can cut these out and airbrush it. So before I used to throw them away, but now since I have an airbrush, I am gonna keep that part right there. And just be careful of the design that you're choosing when you look it up, because you gotta keep in mind how the Cricut is gonna cut. So I'm just going in with a little bit heavier of an amount of top coat, just to really make sure that everything is nicely encapsulated and covered on the nail. So yeah, be careful of the design that you're choosing, because you gotta keep in mind, like I said, how the Cricut is gonna cut it out. If there's any like tiny little holes or anything like that when you're going through and looking at the final look of the sticker, once you clear out all of the background and stuff, you're probably gonna want to choose something else, because the Cricut is gonna cut that. Whatever you give it to cut, it is going to cut. So be careful of the design. Make sure you're choosing something that's not too like fine detail for the Cricut to cut, because your stickers will not come out right. You'll have a ton of weeding to do. So I'm glad I chose this one, because it wasn't, you know, a lot of cutting for the Cricut to do. And we'll be back with this nail in a second. And yeah, we have our stickers. There you have it, cuties. Our Minnie Mouse stickers that we created with our Cricut using vinyl. You guys can kind of take a look from the side so y'all can see how nice and flush that is. It's encapsulated nicely. I can run my fingers over it and I can feel, you know, some areas that there's a sticker there. It's encapsulated, but it's not so super raised that it's gonna be annoying and bugging you or your client. So yeah, that's pretty much how I do it. I would have loved to have shown you guys the print then cut method, but my ink on my printer is very precious to me. It's very costly, so I really kind of didn't want to waste any ink, and also I don't have time to show you guys that part. I'm so sorry, but yeah, this is it, you guys. I hope this was very helpful to you guys, and I love y'all very much, but most importantly, God loves you guys, and as always, I'll most definitely talk to you in my next one. Bye.